Today we're going to review planning for a story and getting started writing it. So, how to write a story. First, we have to think of an idea, a thing that happened to you, or a thing that you do. Plan, touch and tell, and then sketch across the pages. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So, I'm thinking of all of the different ideas that I had in my topics list. And one of the things that I wanted to write about was hiking because I like to go hiking. And then I remembered I want to write about a really small moment. I don't want to just write a watermelon idea, a big idea about hiking. I want to focus on something very specific, my seed idea or my very small moment story. So I decided to tell the story about the day that I went hiking and my shoe got stuck in the mud. So first I'm going to touch and tell across the pages. So I'm going to think about what it is that I want to say, and I'm going to touch across the pages to plan for that. So I think on this page, on page 1, I'm going to talk about when we decided to first go hiking. So that's going to be my 1. Then on this page, I'm going to talk about when we saw the mud. So we saw this like path, but it looked like it was kind of dry. So that's going to go on my page 2. Then my foot and my leg got stuck in the mud. That's going to go on my page 3. Then when I pulled my leg out, my shoe was stuck in the mud. That's going to go there. And then last, Mr. Mansour was able to pull my shoe out of the mud. So that's going to go on page 5. So again, I'm touching and telling across the pages. I'm thinking of my idea, and then I'm kind of making a plan. Now, your story doesn't have to be 5 pages. You might just have 3 pages. So, or you might have 4 pages. And authors, what you're going to do is you're going to work towards getting to be writing more pages over time. So if you're not ready for that yet, that's okay. You will be eventually. Now I need to sketch across the pages. So now I want to put in my ideas. And when I sketch across the pages, I'm just going to put a quick like stick person or a word of what I did. So I'm just going to write at the top that everything on this page is going to be about going on the hike. And I'm going to draw a stick. This is going to be Mr. Mansour. Here's going to be me. Notice I'm just drawing stick people. And I'm going to draw like a path, and there were a bunch of trees. So just to kind of help me remember what I want to go on this page is the information about us telling about the day that we went hiking. So that's going to be my first part. Then on my page 2, I'm going to talk about when we saw the mud. So I'm just going to write here, saw mud. Because again, I'm just jotting down my ideas so I don't forget what I want to write about. I'm going to just draw stick people. I might draw a face like an oh no face when we saw it. There were some trees, I remember. And then the mud kind of looked like it had like cracks. So I'm going to kind of show that too. Okay. On my 3rd page, I'm going to talk about my leg getting stuck. So my leg got stuck in the mud. And then here is kind of us in this mud. And there were a bunch of trees because of course we were hiking at the woods. And here's Mr. Mansour. And then here's me. And then my leg like got stuck kind of in the mud. And I was like, oh no. Okay. Then this page is going to be about my shoe being in the mud. Because I was kind of running out, I remember, and I didn't even realize that my shoe, I'll draw this is like my shoe. Here's Mr. Mansour kind of getting my shoe or noticing that my shoe's in the mud. I didn't even realize that my shoe was off. So here's me with like 1 foot with no shoe and then one. And again, your pictures don't have to be perfect. The point of them is not to have a perfect drawing. The point of doing that is so that you remember when you go back to get right on that page, you remember what you wanted to put on that page. And then last, Mr. Mansour gets the shoe. So Mr. Mansour gets my shoe. And so here we are in this mud. Here's the tree. I was kind of over here sticking my foot out because I was like, I had no shoe on it. This one had the shoe. And then he was, holding my muddy gym shoe in his hands. Okay. So again, the idea is just to quickly sketch across the pages. So what we're doing is we touched and told, we thought of a plan, and then we sketch across the pages. And you can see here, I did my sketch. Now you can do even a word or two to help you remember what's going to go on that page. Now I'm ready to start writing.